Hey people, it's John here from Tehkseven and welcome to Phoneage. Phoneage, a little show here on YouTube where I talk about cell phone stuff. So if you're all ready, let's get down to it. Where the intro at? The Droid X, the Motorola Droid X. Let's talk about the Droid X today. The Motorola Droid X is the next top-of-the-line Android phone for Verizon's Droid series. It'll be available starting June 15th, which is 13 days from now. That's if you're watching this video today, which is Friday. TGIF. Cookies. It gonna be available for $200 minus 1 cent. That's $199.99 on a 2-year contract. Data plan required. The Droid X is massive, even bigger than the HTC Evo 4G on the Sprint network. Okay, if cell phones were kids in grade school, the Droid X would be the first one to be picked for basketball. Every single time. That was racist, dude, but how? I don't know, but remember Space Jam? It's such a good movie. That was a really good movie, but I love Space Jam! Get out of here! Three's Company! It's got a 4.3-inch glass capacitive touchscreen and runs Android 2.1, and it's all powered by a 1 GHz processor with 512 megabytes of RAM. RAM. Why'd I say it like that? RAM. Well, it's just like the Evo then. Hey, oh hey! Did I mention it has a Gorilla Glass screen? Well, why didn't you say so? I love Gorilla Glass! Donkey Kong Country! By the way, Gorilla Glass is a new kind of glass technology which makes it more resistant to scratching, shattering pressure, bullets, fire, lightning, tornadoes. Okay, the last couple of few I made up, but you get the idea. It's pretty cool. It has a 1,570 milliamp powered battery. I have to remember that number for this video so I can do it in one take. Yeah! And according to sources, it should last 1 day with normal to moderate usage. But if you're a really heavy user of data and tethering, you shouldn't expect it to last more than, last more than a working day. That's what I was trying to say, but I couldn't get it out for some reason. Some more bad news bears would be that you have to take out the battery if you want to swap out the micro SD card, which is not really a bad thing unless you constantly want to. Looking at myself, what does this mean? This looks weird. Apparently in my mind, this action means swap out the micro SD card. The built-in HDMI port looks weird, which of course means you have to use a specific HDMI cable, and according to Motorola, that comes separately. So if you want to do the whole HDMI TV thingy, you gotta pick up this Motorola Droid X HDMI cable for an unhappy face amount of dollars. Well, why did I say an unhappy face amount of dollars? Well, 1, it doesn't show the price at the site. I couldn't find it. 2, it's a ripoff. They really should give you that cable. Well, you might be wondering, how does the Droid X stack up to the HTC Evo 4G or even the Google Nexus 1? The guys at Android Central did a benchmark test for all 3 devices, and the Nexus 1 did the best overall, but this was because of the Froyo Android 2.2 firmware. The Droid X did a little bit better than the Evo though. The Droid X killed the other 2 devices in video playback though, which is always nice, and it topped off at 60 FPS. FPS, frames per second, first person shooter. Fancy pink sparkles! Hey, do you got the Motorola Droid and you're quite happy with the Motorola Droid and you don't plan on picking up the Droid X but you want the Droid X experience? That's really specific, isn't it? Yes, I know, sorry. Well, there's a Droid X Froyo theme that was released for the Motorola Droid. The Droid has to be rooted and on the Froyo ROM for this to work. Details in the description. If you haven't heard already, the iPhone 4 has reception issues. If you want to find out more about that, click on this area here where I talk all about it. Anywho, Motorola jumped on this opportunity, of course, to poke fun of the iPhone for having crappy reception with a new ad that says, well, that's quite a long paragraph. Let me summarize. Droid X, double antenna, hold your phone, make calls, Christine Kelly. Speaking of the iPhone, check out these comparative pictures. These are comparative pictures between the cameras of the Droid X and the iPhone 4. The Droid X has an 8 megapixel camera and the iPhone 4 has a 5er. Don't let the numbers fool you though. The pics on the right are much better, and those were taken on the iPhone 4. The Droid X can also do 720p video capture if you want to check out the Droid X versus iPhone 4 720p video showdown, linked in the fluff. So got me wondering, what do you guys think of the Droid X? If you don't want to express yourself in that way, you can leave a fun and creative comment of what you think FPS can stand for. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode of Phoneage. All the links to everything I talked about today and more can be found in the bottom bar. Link down there! If you want to see more fun stuff, check out this video here where I do an unboxing of Tehkseven shirts. This was John from Tehkseven, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Laters! Comment time! Okay, let's check out the comments for the previous video. Joel Sprunger talked about his iPhone 4 experience, and I totally agree here. If you don't like the iPhone 4, you can return it. There's a 30-day return policy. People, stop whining. Deadly Squirrel asked about the yellow stripe issue about the iPhone 4 screen. I heard that it goes away after a while. It's weird. I don't know why that happens. Brian stayed in line for 19 hours for the iPhone 4. That is insane, dude. But I'm glad you got your iPhone 4 in the end. And will I be getting one? Yes. Somebody named Cash Money said that the HTC Droid Incredible has the same issues as the iPhone 4. Can anyone else confirm this? I would like to know, actually. Kitten phone's a joke. Android is better. Anything that's not an iPhone is way better, don't you agree? Ha ha ha. Just more iPhone haters, I guess. But yeah, thanks for watching till the end of this episode. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!